Hey everyone, welcome back to Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. And let me tell you, when me and Sid ready to make a move, we ready to make a move. So we just decided that some of our episodes may just be about talking, especially if we get cancellations and we moving, we were just gonna keep the show going. So we want to talk about the unspoken truths behind Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast, how it started, some of the things behind the scene that's done happen. And we just gonna have a good old time and be honest with you and very transparent about everything. And as you know, we ain't gonna do no changes. City Sid is gonna start this off.
Why me? Uh,
Cause you always started off. Or I can
I
talk
know.
about how it all started first if
Um,
you want.
I was gonna say because you came before me, and
Okay,
I
all right.
apologize in advance, y'all. I have the flu, so that's where we at.
Oh,
I sound crazy. Uh,
see how much Sid backs me. That's my sister. It's more than just co-host. That's my little sister right there. Okay, so let's start off. So it's funny how I met Sid before the podcast. So I was venting. I was having a hard time. I was going through something with the good fight. I had someone that I looked up to, someone that was very close that was helping me do work, but they actually were getting over on me. And I was having a meltdown because I was trying to fix my website and stuff. So I was venting to see it, and I called State Farm. She was working at State Farm. And I called and I got Sid. I didn't get the original person that I was talking to, but I'm happy because Sid was actually able to save me more money. I switched my house insurance because of Sid. And we just started talking about the good fight and the nonprofit work that we do. And Sid just came right on in. It was like, I'm interested. I want to do this. I want to do that, but I haven't done it. So Sid and I exchanged information, and I reached out to Sid and I was like, "Hey, would you be my co-host?" Now this is months before the podcast started, and Sid was like, "I don't know, I don't know." She was like, "I want to do a podcast, but I don't know." But something, to be honest, something in my heart pushed me towards Sid, and we actually started three deep, and it's ended up being me and Sid since October 10th, 2022. And I couldn't ask for a better co-host. And I just want to say before we start, I want to thank Sid for believing in me and supporting me without even knowing me. And now she's a part of the journey of Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast and the Good Fight, which originated and triggered Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. We have our own separate entity of Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. So once we get to the point of start raising proceeds and to support, part of those proceeds will go to supporting the nonprofit organization, The Good Fight, to keep it alive, to help others through life traumas, men, women, and youth. And we already do a lot of work. We're heavy in the communities, we're changing lives, and it all started from me sharing my testimony of being brutally beaten and stabbed 6 times by my ex. And it's just led to something bigger and greater. And we want to thank all of the guests that have come on and share their testimonies. I mean, every life trauma that you can think of. We didn't want it to be just about domestic violence because I went through more traumas than domestic violence. So, from childhood to adulthood, and just taking accountability, and almost every guest that comes on here takes accountability, forgiveness, but there are things that people should be apologizing to them, but they have grown to a point where they have had forgiveness in their heart, and they have all kinds of successes and achievements, and we're just thankful that they've come through Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. Okay, did I do good? See it.
Yes, yes. Yeah, she was very, I don't know the word, um, wasn't heavy on the details about what happened. We're gonna stay light on the details, kinda. But yeah, when I came in, like I like to play the back. If you need my support, I got you. But this right here, it's still like a struggle for me sometimes. Like I'm not a commitment person. I don't like being bound to certain things, but it worked itself out. With all things considered, I came into something where I was already like working, and we had a 3LW moment with with a third person, and we had to readjust, I guess. But we readjusted, and that's how that went down. But yeah, it just kind
Yeah,
of
that
took
was
a life of its
wild. That was
own.
wild. We ain't gonna get
Yeah,
into it, but that was wild.
no, it was a real 3LW moment. Um, you know, and with that being said, there's still nobody, that I wouldn't say replace. You couldn't replace that person, but it kind of manifested where it was going to be two of us. So, um, everything worked out the way that it should, I suppose. Um, we don't have no issues like that. We ain't never bickered on the back end in all of these years. So, um,
Mm-mm. We just keep it
yeah.
real, honest, and straightforward with each other. And if we don't like something, we're up for it about it. But we're thankful for the start of the three, because there was a lot of gain knowledge, a lot of learning curves, and we simply, all of us, essentially y'all helped me. So I'm thankful for you both. But everything in life doesn't work out how it should be. But
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, it just kind of, I guess, forced me to the front. Uh, I, was like I said, I played it back. I didn't really have too much to say in them early episodes, with three of us, which, I was fine. I just, I like being here, but, I don't got to be heard. But, yeah, that's just how we rolling now. But we've done way more episodes than sometimes I, just remember. Like there's ones I think about. I'm like, dang, I forgot we did this, or how many we've actually done. But we've talked to so many people from so many different countries. Um, so many days of the week. Like it's definitely been a journey, and we still working, still, getting people to share these life experiences. Um, while we're making strides, we're still trying to get this YouTube up. So you tell your friends to subscribe, like and subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, you like and subscribe. If you feel like it will touch somebody in whatever way, you share, even a share, we would appreciate. So yeah.
yeah. Well, AC, let's get into some of our podcasts, and some of the
Yeah,
behind the scenes stuff. We've been through it. People don't understand, like, mentally we have to take that detox break, because I've done a lot of crying on the podcast emotionally, and we had some crazy. We done had, not most of our guests are good, but we done had some off the chain. I
off the
think
chain in good ways and off the chain in bad ways. Um, yeah, like we didn't had to y'all ain't see it, but we didn't had to cut somebody out. Or I that had to
Look,
cut
and,
somebody
and it,
out. and
I'm laughing.
and
I
I
should
do
play
it
the video.
again,
I should play that video.
and I do it again. I have
I
no
do it again too.
I have no regrets
Look,
about that. He
look,
lucky,
Sid
he
is
lucky, lucky he hopped off this line when he did, boy. Because that thing, we was ramping up. I was getting my footing. Okay, we had just got started.
look. I
I
wish I
was
would have
ready.
snipped up some clips. I would have played one on. I may still play a snipped up clip
As you should,
too.
we own the footage.
We do own the
And
footage,
by
and
the
then
way, y'all, we
before we
was threatened.
record,
We was threatened that we should not post. We better not post. Matter of fact, that's what he said,
but we should do it anyways.
and we should.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that person is actually has ton of followers. And when I reached out to them on what TikTok, right? I think it was TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And all excited, and we told them about the podcast, and we told them what we do, and I kind of collect the information from them from childhood, and we were ready to go. Man, when they got on the podcast, they switched up on me and said Sid and
It was.
they switched up on us.
It ain't no different than what y'all, see on your feed. It was very um, misogynist, red pill rhetoric. Very, even though he was black, I could say anti-black, anti-woman. It was a lot.
He did not like women.
It was a lot going on. I guess it was just too much, for his. I don't even know what you want to call it. His incarcerated mind to it was too much. Them demons was them bitches was biting that day. They was whooping his ass that day because I don't know what so triggered him, but that thing
His
rose
demons
up
triggered
about him.
him.
I was like, golly, where did this come from? Like,
Look, Sid was like, I don't know how you stay. I was professionally checking him. Sid was like, hold up, wait a minute. Nah, what you ain't gonna do.
no, because what I told Demetria was, sometimes you gotta meet people where they at, and he didn't have no respect for us, so like, I don't. When people say they don't negotiate with terrorists, I don't. We not. What peaceful conversation is there to have? You'd offer none. It was nothing peaceful about that offering. Like, it was no sense of understanding. It was, you know what I'm saying? It's F your show and how you run it type thing. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Hey, look, the funny part was he when he finished, he went on TikTok and he was like, I just got off a podcast. I'm not even gonna call them out there with their fake Oprah sound.
You best believe, baby, if I was touching any hem of a garment from Oprah, baby, you wouldn't even be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say what you want about Oprah, but she would not ever be looking in your direction, sir.
Oprah would have put him off stage.
I mean, you wouldn't even have made it to the audience.
He would have made
You
it, but if he did, baby, she would have put him off.
Boy,
He would have been embarrassed on national TV.
He probably they're still kicking and screaming in that cubicle of a fucking room right now. He probably still yelling about something with no furniture in it. None, not even a curtain. You see,
I think he was sleeping.
You can see all of Baltimore out that motherfucking window. Boy. Like, every time I talk about that, like, you just like that shit ruffles my feathers. I'm not even gonna hold you. It don't much ruffle my feathers, but like, it was just so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful. I did not appreciate that.
Yeah, nah, he was different because we've never. I don't think we've ever. We've had we've had one person. Hold up. One person, she spoke so much. I don't think she spoke, and then she came back and asked us to delete the episode.
Ooh, I just forgot about that, and that was most recent. Girl,
Yeah, that was the girl from Canada.
listen, um,
One of them. We've done a few folks from Canada, so yeah.
my thing was like no judgment and no judgment. I'm gonna say this again, no judgment, but I'm like the whole point of what we was talking about is just it was about judgment. It was about what you do and what you are judged for. When you just trying to make an honest living and get through and whatever. But I'm just like, for what was there to be secretive about at that point in time? Like
I
what?
mean, she
um,
told us all the bed. I think after watching it, she might have looked at it and realized, like, I really said this. I mean, the whole episode done ran. Everybody done seen it.
I just feel like here's the thing. We or nobody else will be faulting you, if you're not ready to tell your story. Like we've actually had people to be like, hey, I know I signed up for this, but I don't think I'm ready, and they backed out of it. It ain't everybody got time to pursue their own journey in the way that they want to pursue it. Um, but in that journey, I don't feel like you can pick and choose, and uh, you know, that is the point in time that you need to be letting all that shit out. It's the point in time where it's time to just be truthful. Um, and clearly it was itching on your spirit enough where you felt like you did want to talk about it, or that you did want to start the healing process through it. But I'm not, again, like I'm not the picky choosy type. Like I'm not. I don't know. I just think it was a very inconvenient time to want to like switch up or like change your mind or whatever, like, or put limitations on what it is that you want to talk about, especially when we ask you before we start filming, what makes you uncomfortable? Is there any triggers? Is there any lanes that we should not be traveling in? Um, and all that was a no, really. So
Well, also we also say if we ask you something, you can decline. You can just say I don't want to talk about it. We're very open about that, and we redirect the question. But that one was actually we didn't request that. That interview actually was thrown at us. They wanted to come on to the podcast. So.
that was another thing. Like, girl. Girl, we was minding our business. We was minding our business over here. Yeah, somebody was going to be in the spot if it wasn't you. So I don't even know why you wasted. You know what? I'm not going to say you wasted our time. That's mean.
Well, I mean,
I feel like we could have gotten
a lot
out
of
of
folks
the
don't
situation.
see. Yeah, but I don't think folks see a lot of the pre-prepping that we do, the videos, the flyers, the posting on multiple different sites, and
Demetria do all
that's
that,
why
and
we
she
ask
do a
for
lot.
48 hours.
She
Because
does
we
a
can
lot.
replace.
She do that before your episode. Make sure you get what you need to promote it on your page and all that. So it was a lot of work done. For the 20 something minutes of an interview we got. So
no, that one we got the full interview.
Oh, we went full.
Yeah, we got the full interview on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. But overall, we share life experiences in hopes that someone will connect to start their journey to healing. So healing is a tough thing. We know that's it because some of the testimonies that we hear, we're surprised that folks are at the level or at a sane point, like they've advanced their careers, they're out getting the message out to help someone else. And I tell people, it's not what you look like. People, what you look like doesn't mean that you haven't been through it. Because I don't look like it. I don't look like I was stabbed 6 times and busted open faces and stitches everywhere and staples. I don't look like it, but neither do some of the folks that have been through the traumas. Like this is tough. Like being co-host and reflecting off trauma and sharing trauma, it gets emotional. Like our mouths drop. Like some of the stuff that we hear, we can't believe. But we do believe it. We know, like, that these things really happen in life. That's why we do the work that we do. But just the truth behind all of this is we want folks to, if you're going through healing and you want to help someone, we want you here. If you're not ready, we'll be here. If we want you to think about our time, because it takes a lot of time and effort. Sid literally rearranges her schedule to make accommodations. We pick a certain date on week, but she rearranges her time. And like she said, it's hard for her to have commitment, but she has been committed for over 3 years on Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. I do 85% of the work. Sid to tell you, this ain't straight. I be called like, oh my God. From the flyers to videos to posting, and then we get these last minute don't show, don't say you're coming on, but we're very we like whatever, we're gonna keep it pushing, like, but we'll bar you, like you can't come back on. It's only so much of our time. And what I want to say is, even if you have a heavy following or, people come support you, don't forget about other people or misuse their time, because you don't want anyone to misuse your time because you want the bigger thing. No, we're not big. We are big. We're huge. And we're still under our developmental growth. But we just want everyone to, consider others' time. We barely get cancellation, or no shows. We get them here and there, but most of the folks that are here, they want to be here. They want to be here. So we're thankful for that. But we're also thankful that people can go back and look at these episodes, and it's a resource for them or for someone that they know, to give them techniques and strategies to help them along their healing journey if they have any questions. So that's the beauty of it. That people are brave enough to share their testimonies to help someone else.
Speaking of, when you said that, a lot of these stories, life experiences are heavy. You carry some of them with you. Some of them kind of stick out in your mind. What's the one you remember the most, or affected you the most?
Oh, quite a few of them. Actually, quite a few of them. Sid, I've cried many times on a podcast. You see me behind the scene, people don't. I choke up, like, God, I can't think of her name, but the one that went through the sexual abuse through a cult of the family, where they had the night activities with the youth, and they were taking advantage of them, and rituals. What's his name? God, I don't want to get names wrong on here, but also the you remember the guy him and his sister was being inappropriately abused by mom and dad through the church, and
Mm-hmm.
man, that just the cult like, and people don't understand how much this goes on in families, and it could be diff- different ways of happening, but a lot of similarities to it happening. And I'm not going to get too much into that on this podcast, this right here. But my heart just goes out to anyone that has been appropriately abused as a child. And a lot of them on the podcast have kept quiet, or in their mind they've said it didn't happen, and it just resonates. How often we could say it didn't happen or never happened, and we could say that to people because of how it feels inside of disbelief, or it's really not people are like, it's not true. And we hear so much, and I'm watching so much and so many testimony. And it's almost like, to be honest, looking, it's almost like every 1 to 2, 3 households a child has been through some inappropriate abuse. But one thing I think I like the most about Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast is how men open up on the platform. Because I always hear that men don't open up, men don't open up, men don't open up. But we have so many episodes and testimonies of men talking about their trials and tribulations, and how inappropriate abuse as a child affected them. When even going through this, I hear people say, well, as a boy, I've heard males say this, as a boy, they should have liked it. I'm like, no, you're incorrect. Go back and watch some of my episodes. Those young kids didn't like, and they talk about the female perspective of it. They didn't like that. They didn't like that their aunt or their mother or their cousin or the babysitter inappropriately touched them and mentally messed them up. So just to see the mindset of some people, still to this day, it baffles me that in reality kids don't understand. And just to know a parent would do that to a child that they helped conceive is even more disturbing. And a parent not protecting their child is even more disturbing to me as well, because it just all comes back independently as a memory. What
Before I
about
get
you?
into my,
Huh?
I have like a big three. But I will
Okay.
say, like, I've been seeing a lot of, it's like over the holiday when, all your family's congregating, that's when stuff be coming up and coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, if y'all are watching in the comments, if y'all want to tell us about any Thanksgiving gathering blowouts, and why, and who went up against who. Next time we have a spot like this, we might read them out or something, or we can, do a list of things going on with y'all. If you don't want to come up on here, actually. Um, but that's besides the point. I would say my top three. Number three would probably be uh, the guy from that was kidnapped. As being the head of the company Citgo,
Oh yeah, I talk about that one all the time.
getting kidnapped on a political level, on a ransom level type of thing, um,
Mm-hmm.
in a different country. That's crazy to me. Um,
Venezuela.
yeah. Number two, I would probably say Miss Latanya Allen, whose parents were brutally murdered by her ex-husband after
Mm-hmm.
church in front of her children, and she
Yep.
almost died.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. That was a kind of a wider known story. She had been on all types of programs and stuff on TV. I still
And
think
she
that's
actually has
crazy.
a documentary on this. What is it? Discovery or one of those?
Yes.
Is it Discovery? Not
Maybe
Discovery.
Discovery Plus or ID Channel, one of them, something like that.
Yeah.
But her name is Latanya Allen. If y'all do want to look that up, but that one is probably most vivid to me, only just because her like recounting everything, you can really just like see it in your head, like, and then to have the guilt or feel guilt of you being the reason your parents might be gone or being a part of the reason your parents might be gone, which I don't think she is, but um, that's a whole another level of trauma that I can't even. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be a valuable person in society at this point in life if it had that happen
Mm-hmm.
to me. But number one, I would agree with Demetria was probably Mr. Bill Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not so much because of the story itself, even though that was a wild
Man.
one. More so because most people we talk to, they've kind of, in a sense, found their peace with things, or it's just, kind of feels like a moment in their past. They just, kind of letting us in on it. But with talking to Mr. Haley, it almost, the trauma is still in your face just with him talking to you. Like you can feel it all in his energy,
And
in
he
his
said he was still
morale.
struggling.
And it was kind of hard to watch him try to get through it. Like, sometimes he'd disassociate in the middle of a sentence, or like not be able to find words for things, or still kind of has a jaded relationship with God. I
Mm-hmm.
think, that is it's still just kind of very hard watching him sort through that, and talk about that. I can't imagine, for one, going through that, or even bear witness to that, being a part of that. Like, if you were watching this and you was part of any of that, like, you deserve what you deserve. I put it that way, because that was crazy for me. I did not. I couldn't subscribe to none of that going on. Like, it's hard to even believe that to be true, but I believe it. So those are probably the top three for me. Those are just like, wow, like I was um, like gobsmacked listening to
Mm-hmm.
them recount some of the things that was going on. But that's not to say there's a list of them, honestly. But those
Yeah.
three kind of stand out.
Yeah. What was more of the inspiring ones to you?
Um,
Like that whew.
and I'm horrible with names. I apologize, except for ones that are really just they here. But the gentleman that we interviewed from Philadelphia that was electrocuted as a child.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Because I tell you
Mr.
what,
Showers.
I tell you
It's a
what,
shower, it's not Showers, it's I don't wanna get it wrong.
he just had such a he just had such like a cheerful disposition about life that, like, I don't know if I don't know if I could have like I would probably be such a pessimist. I would be miserable in that. Like I would probably be a mean old person because that, you know what I mean. Like granted I know it happened to as a child, and he's had time to sort that out, and he said that it's not stopping nothing that he got going on. If anything, he's accomplished more, since being an amputee and things like that and getting electrocuted, but. That's wild to me. Like, imagine you just out with your cousins, like just playing, and next thing you know, you ain't got a leg, you don't have an arm. Like, it's crazy.
Reggie Showers, I was right.
Yeah, he was just so. I wouldn't say lax about it, but like, yeah, like, it was just like a chapter in his book. That's it.
Yeah, 2-time double amputee. Drag racing, 2-time world champion. What do you do? He said he skydived. He
doing things I ain't doing with all my limbs.
He's
okay,
a pilot. Yeah, he's a pilot. He does. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean, just so impressed. And his friend Jason, that referred him. He has W amputee 2 arms. And him getting electrocuted, both of them, just everything that they're doing now. The first man in the world with a bionic arm.
I thought that was a very lighthearted story, lighthearted at the end of it all, inspiring. Because, like I said, I ain't doing that much, and I'm not limbless at all.
And
you kind of make you think, like, girl, well, what the fuck is you doing with your life?
Yeah, pretty much. And Daisy was another touching one. She was like in our first season too.
We still got her.
I'm about to, as you just said, I'm about to let me see. She was doing some amazing things like with books and everything. Let me see. She hasn't let me see. Happy birthday, babe. She hasn't posted in a while. I'm gonna check on her.
I hope she all right, man.
Yeah. Maybe she has a new account. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to follow up and check on her because it looked like she hasn't posted in a while. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to check on her, Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
What was one of the most, I guess, shocking? Like once we heard, mine's was Lee Anthony. And I was inspired about him sharing his testimony of HIV. And, what's crazy is I was sitting in a training, and a guy was in the training, and he watched a podcast. He came back into the training, day 2 of the training. And he was like, I watched the guy with the HIV. He was like, I did not know he was going to say what he said next. I said, yeah, it's heart dropping, to know that you're put in a situation not by choice but force.
I agree.
It's just so many of them that have. I'm not gonna lie, we've had some amazing episodes. I mean, amazing. And I want to give my condolence to Dirty Mac. He passed away of cancer last year. It's been over a year. They had a really good episode. He had a powerful testimony. He gave back to his community a lot. Jeez. You know, you just never know what people are going through. You just never know what folks are going through.
Okay.
And I can never prepare myself enough as we come on as hosts, to what's going to be said or what people have went through, because sometimes we've reached out to people, said it's on a totally different topic, but then once we start talking to them and we kind of go into they start in their childhood, we like, dang, we were just supposed to talk about this piece of it, and we never knew anything about their childhood until they got on the podcast. And folks have said the first of things on our podcast that they've never said on podcasts. And we had a lot of first guests on our podcast that they have never been on their podcast, and Unfiltered Unspoken inspired them to be a guest. And after they talk about how comfortable we make it. You want to talk a little bit about that, Sid? How just people don't see that part either.
No, I mean, granted, we've had the excuse me. Most people, state that on while they're on the episode that this may be the first time they talked about something, or um, first time on a podcast either. But it's it's um it's kind of cool to know that giving somebody, or you are part of that person's first experience in that experience. But it's kind of a I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I'm finding it. I don't know. It's like an accolade for me personally, because you normally remember your first anythings, and we are kind of part of that. So it's kind of a like proud moment for us, or like just a happy to be here type of moment, or happy to be part of that moment for you. Or there's plenty of times that the way we ask questions, somebody might be like, I never thought about it that way, or I never tied together those two concepts. Um, and I am by no means a psychiatrist or psychologist, and neither is Demetria. So it's kind of cool to know that at like a basic level, you still are reaching people, or to know, to show other people that you can still do your part. Because I'm by no means on the ground level as much as Demetria. I'm not always at the fundraising events. I'm not always at tutoring. I'm not around for a lot of stuff, but just kind of being there to to be even just be a shoulder for somebody, or to put together puzzle pieces for somebody that may not have the resources to do so, or the thought process to do so. That is community work too. So don't and personally don't feel like if you don't have this type of money to give, or you don't have this type of time to give, that there's nothing that you can't do for your community.
And you can just sharing goes a long way. Liking our post goes a long way. Subscribing to Unfiltered Unspoken YouTube goes a long way, because the more subscribers that we get and we're able to get the content and views out, we'll be able to monetize to support our efforts and everything that we're doing. This doesn't just, it goes to operational costs. Um, getting a message out. It's a resource. So there's so many things tied. And Sid is right. Sid, this is big support. One of the biggest supports that I have, and it's not free because it takes Sid's time, and her time is valuable. My time is valuable, but it's that for 3 years and some months, we have been going. And a lot of people, we've seen so many podcasts just come and go, right? So It's a blessing. It is definitely. I'm definitely thankful for you said. I want to ask. I think another question for us both is, what are our challenges?
I mean, overall, resources really. We don't nearly have enough, to spread around for every, space that we're trying to get into, every person that we're trying to help. That's really the nature of the game for nonprofits or community work. Um, so there are not even between us, but there are kids going without or families going without. That it kind of just uh, how do I want to put this? It's easier to take it more personal when you are kind of like face to face with stuff more than the usual person or normal person that doesn't really do community work, or it's not their kind of main focus or main job, or in Demetria's case, her business. But it you just wish it's almost kind of like social work. Like there's only but so much you can do, with what you got. But you seeing things, or you feeling things that people need, people counting on you for stuff, uh, relying on you for stuff. As you can see in the last episode, all of the kids that enjoy the programs, the kids that love being around the Good Fight, and their facilities and what they're offering. Um, while it isn't, I wouldn't say isn't much, but it really isn't much. But at the same time, it takes a lot to make it work. It takes a lot to do that every week. Um, and the more they like it, they want to return. They want to keep coming. They want to bring people. Um, and
Mhm.
that all come with a cost. At the end of the day, which it shouldn't, or shouldn't be so hard to obtain funding and resources for things like that. When people are out here squandering money on Lord knows what, that don't matter, that we see every day, ain't doing the damn thing. But it hurt. It, like I said, it hits you more personally. When you out here trying to make sure shake for your community, and you can't at the level that you want
Yeah,
to.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard to continue efforts and pour into the kids when you're limited. Because for me, even when I lost my job the first time, I kept pushing, 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 pushing. Folks don't understand. See, it knows how much I push them to this and put into this my time and any resource that I have, any way that I could fund it. Like, I almost lost my house to put into kids. Now people will say you're crazy, but I was trying to balance community and household and the needs. And yes, my family needs it more. And yes, probably be on the street. But God worked it out because this is what He pushed me to do. But right now I'm not working on. I was affected by all this mess that's going on, and getting up, not knowing, getting up and watching a lot of these kids come in, and it's a safe space for them. And not just kids, but the clothes that we donate to other people in need, the clothes that we donate to returning citizens, um, stuff that we donate to the homeless, that people are out supporting them. I mean, we do a whole lot that people don't see up front. And it's behind the scene. But I'm thankful that God has allowed me to do as much as I've done. But this is not just about me. This is about, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have support such as Sid, our board, um, other supporters that have come in just to bless and be about what we do, because we've proven our work. I don't have to prove no more work. This is continued. This is going to be an ongoing thing, the work. But if we just could get more people to realize that they need to heal, and that their traumas are affecting others, and that alcohol is killing our communities. This is not just about a Black thing. It's disrupting almost all of our ethnical groups and community. And when we came into this, we said we just didn't want it to be about one specific race, because trauma lies everywhere, and that's why Sid and I have been able to be placed virtually in over 30 different countries, but over 60, 70 times in countries, just from folks sharing their life traumas. I mean, we have people that get up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning just to jump on a podcast, our time. So people are really showing transformation of healing, but we really have more people that won't accept that they need to heal. And this is what the work that we do, is getting people to just accept that they can heal. So I would agree with Sid. I think that one of the biggest challenges that I have right now is a nonprofit organization. We have to raise most of our funding, and the struggle to get folks to support funding. I just noticed that you can't tell people what to do with their money, and I don't want to, but I just noticed that, if people treat us like we were a drink, buying an alcohol drink, we would be able to thrive. But I know a lot of this is, and I know a lot of our areas of struggle is, people really don't want to see the transformation of healing.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm fading fast.
Oh, no, you're fine. And we're going to wrap it up. Sid does have the flu, so I want to thank her. We just said we were going to get on here and talk a little bit about the good fight, and, what we do, and some of the behind the scenes stuff. And I still may think about posting that video even after a couple weeks. We did that, last year?
You already know. I'm here for
years.
it. And I'm here for him
years.
to say something. Say something. I want you to say something. I want you to, actually. I want you to. I would love nothing more, actually. But I think it's outside all that, I think it could be educational. Outside of just being good viral content, it could be educational. It shows how a lot of people just ain't ready for the level of healing that they think they are. That full healing looks a certain way. If he was in the right headspace, he wouldn't have disrespected us like that. He wouldn't have spoken to us like that. He wouldn't have shut down so quickly just at the mere fact of telling us about your childhood. As we ask everybody, it wasn't a isolated incident. We asked everybody the same shit. So if you had done any prior research on the show, like you know what I'm saying, would have known that. Or we could have cleared that up and said, I don't want to start from that part of my story at the beginning. That would have been fine too. But
we were not talking about no rah. He wanted to talk about like the.
So, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You already know me. I'm on all that. Like between the two of us, I'm not the diplomatic person. I'm radical. I'm Black AF. It's always us before anybody else. I know we supposed to be across the board, whatever. But I I'm black. I don't know nothing else. I know what affects our community. I know how it affects our community. It is the people that I most understand. So when it comes to this black power, pro-black, radical, we are kings and queens. There's nothing above us. I'm with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him could be friends on a whole nother plane of things. I just don't do I'm not like it's a certain level of disrespect. We're not going to cross, like, and don't be so goddamn radical that you are anti-black. Some people enter that space, very Hotep, like what we call Hotep, like the Grand Rising crew, like that. They have lost the plot. It starts off well, and they go off track. So he just didn't carry the same kind of mantra that we carried. I'm sure at the end of it all, we all here for the advancement of our people. But that starts, revisiting. That starts by revisiting and correcting some past behaviors or how our past affects, the future. There was abhorrent things done to us as a people in the past that play into how we are right now. So it's worth mentioning, even though we're trying to get away from a lot of that stuff, it is worth mentioning because it is what it is. That is the, it's like the carbon footstep of how we got here. How we picked up some negative values, how we picked up some negative ideas and views about ourselves. That is the reason. So
I agree.
We believe that to be, your start. It don't have to be how you finish, but it damn sure gonna affect the way you get to the finish line. That's all we trying to say. But
yeah, because our generational curses is a little different because every other ethnical group can work together and help each other build despite what they're going through, right? If you look at, just look around. There are a lot of successful black businesses and a lot of successful black folks, but for some reason trauma will stop us in our paths. And I look around just at every ethnical group that are able to build and sustain and just thrive together. And I wish that we could do that more in our community because, like, for me, I've been had such bad experience with letting people stay with me in the past years that I won't do it. I'm not. Yeah.
that's that. Like I said, me and homie could have we could have been friends in another life, but some of that be a little too extreme for me. Some of I don't dabble in some of them waters. I don't, it was given very much, the purple men down Columbia Heights that be yelling in the microphone. I don't. That's not my ministry. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It's
the purple man.
It's not how I get down. There'd be a lot of foolishness to me. But some people are very strong in that conviction, and hey, I hope y'all find the light soon enough. But it ain't for me. It ain't for me. I ain't. I'm not above telling the man to shut the fuck up. Sometimes, anybody really. But that so happened to be a man. I thought that being a man was gonna make me shut the fuck up, which it was never given. It was never given. I know I'm quiet. I know I'm reserved. I know I don't say much, but it was never given that. Never will be given that.
Yeah, Sid do got another side to her. She's very quiet, but she will speak up.
Never be given that.
Speak up all the time, but it just be. I had to work on a lot of discipline.
See, but that's why that's okay. there are there are plenty of roles to play in the revolution, man. Like for real, you need the Demetrias and you need the me's. You even need them type of motherfuckers in some way. Like he on go. Like you can put him in position and he do just fine in where he need to do it. But all facets of people are needed in the revolution. So I ain't gonna say, he unnecessary. Everybody play their part. You just gotta find. You gotta find it. You gotta find it. You gotta find it. You gotta find how those ideas are gonna work with your fellow man. How to tolerate each other. Just how to make it work for the advancement. Other people, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, some of us wasn't built to be a Malcolm X. We like the peaceful Martin Luther shit, but you gonna learn. That's all I'm saying. Dealing with me, you gonna learn. We will have that conversation in some way, some form, but that was not what we was about to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about this. I might add something. It's been a year. I might add something. We own the content. Once you come on, we own the content. We own the content.
I'm telling you, we might need to, like, as it's playing, kind of like stop and do commentary, like, cause y'all probably gonna be just as confused as I was in the moment.
Confused was not the word. We were like, you see our face. We both were like,
how we get here? Like, he
threw a curveball on us.
A hell of like I wasn't ready.
I think the ball hit us like this. That's why we went like this.
It did, right in my mouth. Okay, because and Lord bless Demetria heart. She was so nice. She was so nice. She was so nice. She gave that man grace. She treated that man as the king he is. But baby.
It was like, hold up. Now, see, Demetria,
sometimes, kings need advisors too. What you talking about? You had to learn something that day. And if all you took away from that is that Sid is not the one, hey, good day for me.
No,
clearly you ain't learned nothing else from it.
We actually defended and we took up for each other. I did it more in a calm, professional way, straight to the point. You did it in a look. We ain't sugarcoat nothing. This is what it is. Who you think you are?
All I'm saying, I can show you swollen the chest. We can do this.
In your empty bedroom, but okay. Depending on other people, what he said. I don't want to take other people's cash apps. They just cash app me. Blah, 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 blah.
Dusty behavior.
If they knew the real you.
Dusty behavior. Okay, dusty.
But we're gonna take our Oprah wannabe selves and
gave you a surprise that day.
We want to be rich like Oprah, so hopefully we'll get there one day.
Maybe you'll have a change of heart. Maybe you did. I don't know.
I take that as a compliment.
I hope you have gotten enlightened. I don't know. I don't know who broke your heart.
I get some Oprah money.
Hey, and even if I don't.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think I know we should post that, but
okay. I'm gonna go back and look for it.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
I'm ready. If we get blowback, I got it. You just go have a seat.
I'm gonna tag you right on it.
Tag me in, coach. Tag me in, because I told you I was just.
You did. You was like, click. He was like,
Just
no, I think we said
answer.
bye. He was like, bye, click.
That man asked us, did
And
we know
don't you
tone?
and delete this content. Nah, baby. Once you it's clear before you come on, we own it.
He said, y'all know tone? Click. Oh,
Click.
child. I know I
Oh,
was.
and before we go real quick, I had another pocket, a mom, the girl we did a couple episodes ago. Her mom reached out on TikTok and was like, she's a liar. She didn't tell you that her kids had I forgot the diagnose. And the mother went off. So I responded. I was like, you must have not have watched the full episode, because she absolutely said that her brothers had a diagnose. And the girl reached out to me. I said, I'm not deleting it because you strictly said that your siblings had this diagnosed. You remember the one that came on that was like her mother was a narcissist? She be ramping. Oh yeah, the mother came on the page, but the social media, it automatically hit the comment. I could only see it. I think I must have a feature turned on. If they say certain stuff, it automatically hides the comment.
Yeah.
And yeah, I responded to the girl. She mentioned that on our episodes, her brothers had that diagnosis. So we're not gonna go there.
Not the mother came try to get you together.
She tried it. She tried it. And I don't think I got a response. She did not respond back to me.
Ain't even watched the whole see.
Mm.
So I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that.
Oh, y'all, we get it through all ends. I mean, we've had people put some smart posts under the comments. I don't delete it. I just be like, why don't you come on the podcast so you can tell your side of the story?
I had a beef with somebody who still actively helped the good fight, and they better be glad they cool with Demetria, because I ain't even trying to interfere with none of the support and resources. But baby, I don't do people that say and do inflammatory things just you know what I'm saying, just to do it, just to see the outcome of it, or just to get clicks and views. Like I don't believe in saying things that are going to make our people butt heads just for the simple fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, for some clout, or that your page getting clicks and views, or that you get money off of it. Why are we having these stupid conversations, or why are we sitting here arguing amongst each other about dumb stuff? Like that I don't subscribe to that. However, it is helpful to the good fight and helpful to Demetria. So I shut the hell up. Because maybe some of that money you using doing all that is going to the right place. Hey. But it's not how I get down. It's not the vibe I want to be around. It's not a good look.
And see, that's how I balance, y'all. I keep it totally separate. Because I know Sid will tell you I'm really good with this balance thing. So
I usually am too. You know, I'm good at being friends with people that ain't necessarily friends with each other. I just I don't know. I don't know. I'm not with us looking crazy in public. I might pull you to the side, tell you what I ain't like, or tell you how you look, or whatever the case may be. But like I don't do the bickering in mixed company. That's where we be all messed up. Like we supposed to be one band, one sound. We supposed to be one band, one sound. So I don't do arguing in mixed company. Even if I think you did wrong, I pull you to the side, like I said, or I send them, But we not gonna have discord in the view of other folks. If you catch my drift, I don't subscribe to that. I wish I could. I wish I could be with the foolishness. Maybe I want, people that just know things, or people that just are so conscious of things. Like, we don't enjoy life the way other people do, and I hate that so much sometimes. Like I hate that I just can't kiki about everything all the time. I hate it. It sucks being on the outside sometimes, but at the end of the day, like it ain't time to play all the time. Like it's just not. We got bigger fish to fry.
Way bigger fish to fry. Way bigger fish to fry.
Wait.
But we can say this has helped people. Families have gotten mad at people for coming on, but we've helped family situations. We've helped people express how they feel. We've had people get off their shoulders. We've just helped in so many areas, but the biggest thing is this is a resource base. So it can help so many because we have almost every testimony you could think of. So I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, we still be getting up. We should be asleep somewhere, but
Yeah, I'm about to
we
go.
up recording.
What I tell you, hit the pillow.
Yep, I'm right with you on this. I'm gonna take a little nap and I'm gonna get up and start moving. But we want to thank you for tuning in. We hope we didn't bore you, but we're gonna do some little chop it ups. They'll get more interesting because we just kind of jumped on this today with no direction. But look at here, we done almost talked an hour 15 minutes. So yeah. So Sid, I want to thank you again. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting me. We still holding strong. I hope God blesses you with more time. I always tell you that. I know if one day you got to go, I understand, but I hope you ain't got to go no time soon, never ever. But, I'm just so thankful for you because Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast wouldn't be what it is without you. It wasn't just about me. So, I'm just glad God has made it bigger than what it is. And with your support, it's bigger than what it is from the start to now. So I'm thankful, and I can't express it enough. So
Same.
you're welcome. She always calling me boss lady too, y'all.
Yeah, like girl.
All the time you like boss lady.
No, I don't do nothing but show up. I ain't
She
gonna lie to
do.
you.
She
I don't do
does.
nothing but show up. I could do more. You know what I'm saying? So I just call her. That's boss lady. She do everything. She do everything. Everything. Everything.
You
She
showing
took
up.
stuff from me to do. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah,
boss
you
lady.
showing up is enough. I can't wait to get my funds back right because there is some more stuff I want to drop to you.
Understood. Because once
But
I have a vehicle, I had an issue with somebody rear-ended me and totaled my vehicle. So it's been hard for me to do what I want to do as far as just being there at certain events or like tutoring session, whatever the case may be. Because everything's situated across state lines. So, I get it.
mm-hmm. But I know you there. I know you there. Trust me. I know you there. I appreciate you. I do. Oh, is that it? We done. We done with
Thank
them. See, we're going back to sleep.
Amen.
Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in to Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast, where we're going to continue to share life experiences. It ain't going to stop. It is not going to stop. We will see you for our next week episode. Tune in each and every Monday at 8 p.m. Sid and I are still thinking about maybe doing some lives on Wednesday. It's a discussion that we will have, and you may just see a live pop up. So we might do a every other Wednesday live and Mondays. We will see. We will see. We'll see. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube Unfiltered Unspoken Podcast. You see that you in the background. yeah, please come. Your support is free. That is just so totally, totally, totally free. Peace.